actress and model, Iman, married to David Bowie. She wasn't when she appeared in the December 12th, 1991 episode of Arsenio Hall Show. She was promoting the Star Trek film, Star Trek 6, that she was in. And she ended up saying how hard it was to, be involved with David Bowie because it overshadows her career. And she ended up talking about being involved with David Bowie.
Tomorrow, when my guest will be Sybil Shepherd and the members of Tin Machine, that's Reeves Gabriels. Yes, Gabriel. You say tomato, I say tomato. The Sales Brothers are also a part of that organization, Hunt and Tony, and of course, David Bowie. That should be a lot of fun. Yeah. My first guest has played many roles, and in Star Trek 6, she plays a very unusual creature. She'll come out and tell us all about her, or it, or whatever. Please welcome Iman. This is so cute, and you know I like bears.
I heard.
I gave you one last time you were here.
You gave me one last time, so I thought I'd bring you one.
Sandy, look at this one. Yes.
It's a girl. It's a girl.
It's cute, though.
Spank me, spank me.
No, it's not. It's so cute.
I didn't say that.
Oh, boy. Tell us about this creature, as they call it, that you play in Star Trek 6.
Okay, first, I haven't seen Star Trek 6. I've been sick in bed. Did everybody see it? Well, did everybody like it?
Yeah.
I take their word for it. Okay, I play a cameloid, which is a chameleon creature who changes into different forms. I change into a creature that's 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
And then I change to a little girl, 11-year-old.
Yeah.
And then I change into Captain Kirk.
Oh, I heard about that, because
Yeah.
there's a very funny joke associated with that in the movie. The kissing joke? Somebody told me about that line.
Yeah, well, I have a scene that we kiss each other. And the joke was always that, wouldn't he love to see him kissing himself?
Yeah.
So when I finally changed into Captain Kirk, the tease was always, okay, go ahead, kiss yourself. We know how much you like yourself.
Yeah, kiss himself. I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay.
Because I hear it's a movie with a lot of fun.
I should go with you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. What's his name won't mind, will he?
He has no choice.
Oh. Actually, you know what? I want to apologize, because when I asked you about your love life last time you were here, and you were a little apprehensive, I read an article later, and it tells why. And I never thought about that. She's involved, as she said last time on the show, with David Bowie, and you talked about how it can hurt you professionally because he is who he is. You want to expound?
Yes, exactly, because, I mean, he's one of the best things that happened in my life. I love the man very much, but he's one of the worst things that happened in my career, because whenever I want to talk about what I have done or what I want to do, the question always changes to the gossip. It's like, oh, so how are you, David? And when are you guys getting married? And is it true? And is it this? And is it that? So it overshadows.
Yeah.
It's a drag, but then I'll take what I can get.
Now, for what reasons is he one of the best things that's ever happened to your life?
I love him. And we just gotten engaged.
Oh, that's good. He's coming here tomorrow. You got any questions I can ask him? You know what they told me about him? They said, all you need to know is he's intelligent and mysterious.
I'm very, very silly.
Oh, okay.
He's very silly. You'll see about him tomorrow.
Okay, we'll have fun. He's bringing all the guys, or the guys are bringing him, or whatever.
There, yeah. You'll have 4 guys, yes.
Good, good. You went to Africa recently.
I went to South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah. Well, being a black American Every black American I know, they say always that they always wanted to go to Africa. But being an African, we always wanted to go to South Africa.
Right.
Because of the apartheid and all that. So now that the sanctions, you know, everything is supposed to be all right.
Yeah.
I got a call from Town and Country to go to South Africa and do these pictures. And to me, I was like, Town and Country, that's the most WASP magazine that ever exists.
Yeah.
You know, with me, with them, to South Africa, I couldn't believe it. But then they told me about these women who are called Ndebele, who paint their homes, the exterior of the homes. The most beautiful designs I've ever seen. And I knew about these women, so it was a chance for me to go and do it, from woman to woman. And it's a dying art because they have relocated all these people. So it's like the Mexican muralists. So once the mural is destroyed, a piece of wall is destroyed, that's it.
Well, okay, first of all, Sandy, you have the magazine cover, this one. Let the audience at home see this. There it is. And is the art surrounding you some of that art?
Yes, that's like a piece of the window of a house. The whole house is painted like that. Now, the funny thing is that for me, to the foreign eye, you don't know the difference between one house and the other because of all these geometric designs. So I've asked them, I said, how does one know, you know, what house is which house? They said, well, by society, they are polygamous. That means they have, lots of wives. So every house has a different design, so the husband will know which wife is in which house.
Oh.
So, well, you know, you can get into a lot of trouble these days
Yes,
by
you can.
going to the wrong house, you know, with the Kennedy, Michael, Kathy, Michael.
Yes. Yeah.
And anything can happen.
Yeah, you got to brush up on your art.
Yes.
But here's another. Sandy, you got this one? There you are there.
There's a little bit of Paris couture in Africa.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my favorite is this photo because it just makes me wish I was a child again. Sandy, show him this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we can pretend.
Yes. This is such a sensitive audience.
Oh.
He just grabbed a big, beautiful woman's leg. And the guys are like, right on. Let's take a quick commercial and come right back with Iman. First of all, we kind of touched on South Africa. How is it there?
It's not as good as everybody makes it to sound like that, like things have changed and everything. I mean, I was in Ndebele country, which is outside of the big cities. But one night I stayed in Cape Town, and on our way back to the States, and just driving through there were like, you'd say like 10 million people, black people, living in one area with corrugated tin roofs building. There is no electricity, so there's fire for food outside, fire for electricity inside or heat. So you can imagine the amount of smoke in one condensed area. All the children were coughing. I mean, it's not as what they make it sound like. You know, things haven't changed that much.
We still have a lot of work to do as a world.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the subtle institutionalized racism here at home. You being a very successful model isn't as sweet as it appears. You not only were the first black woman to be on the cover of this magazine, but you were probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, the first woman to be signed to a contract for some of these makeup companies.
Yes.
That a lot of black women use.
Yes. There is a myth that they say, well, if the consumer is not buying it, there is no reason. Like they say, for example, if you put a girl who's not black on the cover, the white consumer cannot identify with her, as if I can identify with a blonde. So I don't understand the mentality, where it comes from. But when there is a consumer, then there is also a problem. I am the only one that have ever been on a contract with a major cosmetic company.
Now, how about like fashion fair that we see in Ebony and stuff?
No, none of these people. I mean, fashion fair, I cannot speak for. But what I'm talking about is all the Revlons,
Maybelline.
the Estee Lauders, CoverGirls, all that, all of them. They've never had, and they use. I mean, a lot of the black people. I mean, they'll vouch for me. They buy the stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's not. I mean, if we're buying it, we're not saying necessarily just hand us some. You know, It's not like a handout we're asking for. If I support you, all I want from you is support back. That's all there is to it, you know. Yeah. So in that way, you know, things haven't changed much in the United States because the economical balance of things is exactly where racism can infiltrate. So, you know, if economically it's unstable the country, there is a lot of racism that's going. I mean, I have a problem with things of how things are in the United States now because it's like very chic to be black or to be even mulatto these days. You know, in the fashion industry, you know, they have girls having collagens put, you know, in their lips to make their lips look bigger. You know, all of a sudden to look black or even half black sounds like it's the biggest thing. It's in. It's chic, you know?
Yeah.
But then the problem becomes is it a fad? You know, is it just going to be here for a couple of, you know, and is it going to die? You know what I'm saying? So there is a problem of, like, how far are we going? And how far have we come? And, you know, and I've always said there's a long ways